Hello guys, come on over to stand in your position on your yoga mat. Let your hands come to your heart. Take a moment to breathe a little fuller. And exhale, get rid of anything from the past or the future. We'll set an intention of wellness and listening to your body as you go through the postures. As we go through the postures, inhale and lift your arms up, and you can catch your hands or you can just leave them up and go over to a side. Inhale and exhale, go over to the other side. Inhale, go to a side, up and over. Now inhale and go over to a side and stay in this half moon. The hands can either touch or they can be apart. Just see what feels like you can stay out of your neck, but enjoy a big stretch. 5, breathing. 4, 3, it's almost like you're lifting up and over. 2, inhale up and exhale over. 5, 4, 3, really tall. 2, take another inhale, go up, and then hands come back to your heart. Samasthiti, just notice how you feel. Now let your feet cross, right leg over the other, go up with your inhale. Now you're going to exhale and keep your hips fairly stable and secure as you rotate. Now just see how far you can go, but your hands could wrap around your pelvis. Stand tall. All 4 corners of your feet are in the ground. You're trying to rotate your upper back and you're waking up your ankles and your knees in their stability. 3, 2, inhale. Now open up your arms almost like a T, just reverse the move. Take your left foot over the right. Now the pelvis is fairly stable. Inhale, even as you turn your torso, the hips are in the same position. Now when you feel like you can't go anymore with your torso, you can hold on to your hips. Look over your shoulder. Now inhale and let your arms open up, face the front of the room. Let your feet down. Good morning, Jean. We just warmed up a few ways, and exhale, hands to the heart. Now lift and spread your toes. Really try to spread them out like a fan 5 times or so, and then keep your left foot down and lift up your right foot. You're going to either take a low balance pose, or if you feel like you're warmed up more and you're ready for a high balance pose, you can. Good. And hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Oops, keep going. 4, 3, 2. Now see if you can take your hands to your heart. And you remember how we just practiced that little rotation with both feet down. You can either stay here or you can rotate away from the knee that's in the air. And now this is a harder rotation. You're welcome to try. 5, or stay forward. 4, 3, 2. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to face forward. Woo. And then your foot's down. Hello, Pam. And lift and spread your toes and take a foot up, calf or inner thigh. Now when you're there, your arms could come up. Mm-hmm. 9, 8, good girl. Yep, we did some side stretches, Pam, earlier, and rotational stretches to warm up. 3. Now the second option was to place the hands at the heart, and that may be all you do, just building endurance. Or like how we warmed up with both feet on the ground a moment ago, now one foot's on the ground and you do that rotation. This is, of course, more about balance. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, take another inhale. And then as you exhale, you slowly come back. Your feet, your knees, your ankles, all those areas are stabilizing. Woo, and then let that foot back down. Woo, notice how that felt. And then when you're ready, you can come out with the right knee at 90 degrees-ish. Your back leg is long and you're spiraling the thighs. So let's take an inhale to go up and an exhale to go down, and an inhale to go up, and an exhale to go down, and an inhale to go up. Exhale to go down, and then in that range you can come to a place that feels good. I like a palm up, stretched out, sort of just reaching like I'm trying to touch the side walls. You can look over that hand, and if that's too much, then you can also just flip it more traditional. Palm up is external rotation. Keep that front knee over the heel. It's going to try to track inward, and you want to keep it like the back, the side of your knees touching the wall. Building strength. I'm going to look at you, but you're still looking over your hand. Good. Good. Imagine your shoulder blades are both on the same wall. Now inhale, and as you exhale, this hand, this right elbow can come to the thigh. Left arm may be up, but it might also be in line with your other foot. So the left middle finger, if you can be in line with your left outer heel. Keep rolling your body. Breathe. Now some of you might want to go lower. Awesome. And that hand on the floor, that humerus of the hand that's on the floor, it also kind of makes you honest in the knee. It lets the knee not track inward. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now a strength challenge is keep your legs the same and power up with that torso. Good job. Inhale, go up and back. Now this hand just make sure it's not pushing on the knee. And stretch. Now this right knee is still on top of the heel, not drifting inward. And breathe. Find a happy place for your neck. 4, 3. You might even be able to sink more into that right thigh. Sometimes the whole body tends to go with the arm. So keep that front thigh 90 if you can. Balance challenge. Energize your left knee so it's strong. And then inhale, open both arms like a T. Now press the right knee straight. This is 5-pointed star. It's kind of like a baseline in the middle. Pick up your left toes and point them towards the other wall. Now the left knee is on top of that heel. And your arms can open. We're going to go up and down 3 times. Now inhale. Your circle might feel a little smoother, might be a more expansive circle. Now the whole time your legs are staying in this position, building strength, building endurance. Let the breath be a little fuller. When your arms are overhead, it is easier to get a fuller breath. And then anywhere in there you can hold, palms up. And now your gaze is probably going to be over that left middle finger. You're reaching out like you're trying to touch each of your side walls. And I'm going to look at you, but you can be looking over your hand. Good. See if your body can be pretty vertical. Yeah. A modification would be to have the feet closer together, if that's what you need. Good. All right, that looks really good. You're very strong. You're going to take an inhale. This elbow on the left forearm or elbow can be on the thigh. The right arm could be up, but if you can, reach over your ear. Reach from middle finger to right pinky toe, like I'm pulling your wrist. Now you may just stay there, so I felt that extra stretch on the back there, or you may go low. Good. Either way, your knee is going to try to travel in, but we want to keep it on the heel and not let it fall forward towards the camera. Breathing. Now there's a strong move you can do with your legs here. You can try to keep your legs the same and power up. You got it, Pam. Nice. You push, 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 and you're in this stretched out warrior two. Press your left knee straight and your toes are forward. Whew, take it. Did we go backwards? We didn't go backwards. Let's go back. Thanks. I was so in the moment and not thinking ahead. Thank you, Michelle. All right, you're reaching as if someone is pulling your wrist. Your bottom shoulder, I notice it's sometimes easy to go forward, so keep it spiraled back, and you're just making sure not to touch that knee. Or you can touch it, but don't press on it. Good, can you feel the waist getting stretched? Take an inhale. So nice. Ah, and exhale. Come on to your five pointed and go down if you would like to your thigh, maybe your calf, and release any tension. I'm going to look at you, but you can probably be releasing any tension in your neck. Good. It really looks good. You look like you're in the middle of your legs. Sometimes there's a pattern where the torso gets pulled to one side. So kind of notice, yeah, shake it out. See if you're in the middle. I get pulled to my right, for example, or my left side's a little tighter naturally. So, or whatever, from whatever sports I play. So just let your body be in the center. Both knees are pretty long. You can actually pull on the floor with your hands to encourage a deeper stretch. Five, 4, 3, 2, and on the 1, you could put your interlaced fingers at your low back and take the arms over as an add-on. Otherwise, just hold on to your elbows. And your hands can also pull on the feet or the ankles. 2, and then let your hands go on the floor and just lift your heart for a moment. You can bend one knee and you can bend the other. You can bend one knee and you can bend the other. You got it, Michelle. Now, if you want, you can actually walk your hands over to the knee side that you're bending. Good, Jean. So this is sort of a very individual. If you want to go lower, but if you need to stay higher, you're still going to get some blood flow in different muscles. You're still going to get some synovial fluid. Still going to get little stretches. So don't feel like you have to look like your neighbor. Just whatever is appropriate for you. Yeah. Now when you're on your right side, and there's going to be all sorts of variations. If you want to go low, and your body will go low, great. And otherwise you could be at 90 degrees. And the knee, you got it. That's it. Good, Jean. 8, 7. That's it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, nice. Now you can head to the other side. You could just be at 90 and kind of get your good stretch here. You can go a little lower. Five, 4, 3, 2. Now if you want to go to both legs in the middle, a squat, you can do that. If you would prefer to take a happy baby, you can do that. You can also add a hand stretch, and the palms can go down. Now imagine your muscles getting longer. Feel where any slight tension is and just give them attention to release. The low back, the hands, the forearms. The inner thighs. And the pelvic floor is relaxing too. 5, 4, 3, 2, terrific. And then I'm going to turn sideways and we'll do just a little down dog here. That way you're on the entirety of the mat. You're going to take your heel down and then your other heel down. Heel down, another heel down. You could lift both heels and lower both heels. Lift and lower. Let your heels down and press. Try to lift your toes if you would like to add on. And then come to your shins or your knees and do cat-cow. This is a great way to stretch the back. You're going to round your back and then lift your sternum. Round your back and extension. Exhale and inhale. This also helps build the multifidus muscles, which are stabilizers in the spine. Inhale and exhale and inhale. And then to add on, you can circle your pelvis, kind of like you've got a paintbrush on your pelvis and you're trying to draw a large circle on the wall behind you. And then go the other way. And then press back into into a down dog or a child's pose, your choice. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then look up at your hands and get there any way you want to, step or jump, and you can take a halfway position. This is also a way to let your blood pressure adjust. So check in with your blood pressure. If it's okay, come up. Inhale, take a back bend. And then exhale, stand, feet underneath your hips, and sit down into your heels. And we'll do that 3 times before we hold. This is a way to make sure each leg is getting equal weight and that your heels are heavier than your toes. And then hold. Now, one little rule of thumb is if you want to challenge, but you want to keep the knees in a really high, just a extremely safe position, your fingertips can touch the floor. If that doesn't serve you, you can be higher. That's just a little nice rule of thumb. Now, each foot has 50-50 weight, even when you rotate. So you're going to try to keep your weight, your heels. Toes are light. Both legs are still knee traction with the hip. Stretch out your arms to add on. Stretch out that chest. Face me with your palms together. Keep your legs the same, and then you rotate. Hook that elbow if you can. Push your palms together. Stretch those arms out. And then inhale, face me, palms together. Now stand up. Of course, let your blood pressure adjust. Ooh, this is a great chance to grab a sip. So once you feel balanced, grab a sip and then meet me back here. Good. And then we'll add on. You can lift and spread your toes. And then add a seat, Utkatasana. Now this is the first posture, both legs are 50-50, but we're building endurance and strength and balance with a different knee bend. So your right leg can lift up over your left thigh as a way to encourage a different balance challenge. Your right arm can hook underneath your left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stand back up and bring your hands together at your heart. Now, open up the arms, sit into a chair. This is your position 1 option, or lift up your left thigh, wrap it once or twice, and then reorient your pelvis back. So you can see I got spiraled, so I'm reorienting. Left arm underneath. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, let's come out and let all that blood pressure settle, the blood flow. Whew. Nice. And then we'll add on, arms up, sitting back, and hips are level. So right here, you're making sure your hips are level and not kicking out. Second challenge, right ankle to your left thigh. Good. Palms together. You can even get, Now you may have to tuck your chin so your neck doesn't have any tension. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, good. 5, good, Jean. 4, 3, excellent. 2, stand up and pause. This is where you let everything kind of, arms up. Sit back. This goes to this, ankle to thigh, and find out where you'd like to be. I'd say the main goal is you don't let your hip kick out. Keep it in there. We gotta strengthen that glute medius and the muscles that balances with the knee bend. And you may have to tuck your chin because looking up still kind of puts it in a excessive tension. Calming, breathing, inhaling, and exhaling to come back up as you're ready. Let your blood pressure come back. Ooh. Now when you're ready, arms come up, pause, and then both arms are going to come back. See if you can find your right foot or your right toes, your right ankle. Good. You can add on, ribs tuck, pubic bone under. You want to add on? You might pull that thigh more behind you. Again, that chin might need to tuck. Take another inhale. Whoops, keep going, even though I'm getting ready to tap my foot down. 2. And on the 1, you gracefully come back. Hands at the heart. Good. When you feel blood pressure settled, arms come up. This time we'll take the left arm back, holding on to your foot or your ankle. Your right arm forward. How calm can you keep your breath and your mind? Can you add on? You might have to tuck your chin to soften that neck. Take another inhale. Slowly come up. Let your hands to your heart. Ooh. Grab a sip if you'd like. We'll do a little standing pose after this, but this is a great chance. Pyramid pose. I'm going to be turning my body, but you can do whatever position makes you feel like you can see me better, or you can concentrate on your form. Your right foot is back and the left foot is forward. This is a railroad track position so that your feet are in line with the hips. I'm going to turn to you now, but you can stay where you are. Let's take the largest circles you can. Good. Your hands can stay behind you, interlaced or palms flipped up in namaste, or maybe just hands on your pelvis or elbows. Take an inhale. Let's exhale, hinge. Now when you hinge, your shoulders might try to round, so you want to keep them open. Your gaze will probably shift, toes for example. You're making sure your toes aren't crinkling up. You are going to feel your hamstring. Good, everybody looks good. Right hip steers back, left hip forward. Make sure your knees are not backwards locking. And it's almost like you're trying to reach your crown towards the front of the room. Your back is really long. Your sit bones slightly lift up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Good. 4, 3, 2. Now your hands might go to the floor, good Pam, or the shin. I'm going to move back. You can stay where you are. I'm just trying to change positions in case you need a different view. And relax in this low pyramid. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So notice how all that feels. If you're having an urge to lift that left leg and then try balance here, you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Gracefully lower that foot. Gracefully, or take your time to come up. Big upward stretch. Lift to heels. 5. Lower your heels, hands together at your heart. Right foot back. Now I'm going to change just so you can see that the hips are in a line, feet in line with the hips. You're not on a rower, you're not on a tightrope, you're on a rower track. Big arm circles, just as big as you can. Steer your right hip forward, steer your left hip back. You can find a shoulder release that serves you behind you ideally. Inhale. And as you exhale, hinge. Imagine that you're trying to touch the crown of your head towards the wall in front of you. The tailbone to the wall behind you. Looking at those toes. Add a fuller breath. Keeping that neck pretty soft here. Let your hands drift to maybe your thigh, maybe the shins or the floor. Full breath. If you have this urge to lift up your leg and balance, you can do that too. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale, softly land, gently come back up, arms up. And then bring that body together, feet together. Great. If you would like a sip, grab a sip. And then you have the length of your mat. We'll take the inhale to try to land that left foot, about 5 feet deep. Inhale, open up. Lunge pose or crescent pose. Dropping, but still pull the pubic bone up. 10, 9, really lengthen that back leg. 8, sink your pelvis but lift your heart. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hinge forward. If you can, you're going to take flight, meaning your left leg's going to come up in the air and balance in warrior 3. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Gracefully send your left foot next to your right and take a moment to check in. Whew, good. Nice. Now the other side. Send your foot about 5 feet deep, right foot back. Land softly. Arms open. Crescent pose, pubic bone still pulls up. Ribs might even pull down a little. Heart opens. If you feel it all tense in your neck or upper traps, just open up your arms kind of like a yoga pulse. That'll usually take care of that. Yeah, good, Karen. 6, 5, 4, 3. Noticing, opening, breathing. Now inhale. Exhale, you can pitch forward. This is a strong transition. Shift up. Warrior 3. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands together at the heart. Samasthiti. Whew. Arms go open. And then on your exhale, we're going to go to a hand down position. You can go straight into down dog, or you can do a vinyasa to get there. You can choose. If you go vinyasa, you're going to do a chaturanga and then lift up your heart, up dog, do a push up, down dog. Now either hold your down dog, or you can lift up your heels, articulate your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and then do an up dog. Tuck your chin, your upper back, your middle back, and your lower back. Lift your heels, your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, up dog. Tuck your chin, upper back, middle back, lower back, heels drop. One more time, lift your heels, lower back, middle back, upper back, up dog. Exhale, tuck your chin, middle back, upper back, middle back, lower back, heels. Lower your shins. We're going to take a frog posture, opening up your knees. I am going to move my camera in a little bit closer. If you're good where you are, just stay put, but if you need to, this is a good time to adjust. It's up to you. I'll give us time to be there, so do what you need. I won't rush after we get in after we change our camera. Betty, I think you missed that pose. That looks great. Everybody looks good. The possibility here is that, if you need a pillow, you can use it, or if you need to double up your mat, you can use that. All the body parts should be comfortable. You got it. Everybody looks good. You might find you can move your knees out wider as you're here, or shift forward or back, or tilt your pelvis just to get different accents. Good. 10. Take another inhale. As you're ready, you can gently come back up. You can shift and take a down dog. You're welcome to take a pigeon here or take a figure 4. It's up to you. 10, 9, 8, 7. Good. And of course, if you're in the up pigeon, you can go to the low pigeon. Take 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. If you're in the pigeon, you can slowly come up. And inhale, curl those back toes under, shift back into a down dog. Left leg comes up, and then left leg comes forward in pigeon, or if you're in the figure 4, you can change and hold the up pigeon for a moment. Good. Nice. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then if you're in the up pigeon, you can come down to the low pigeon and take 10. Take another inhale to come up as you're ready. If you're in the pigeon, and then taking a down dog, we're gonna meet those guys on the floor. Heels press. You can take a step or a jump up to get to your hands. And if you need one more sit before we go down, we're gonna do a twist and then Shavasana, so roll. And take that knee across, twist. If you want to, yeah, good girl. If you want to move your arms some circles, it's another mobility. And then you can just leave it in a place, resting. And 5, 4, and then as you're ready, you can use your abdominals to help realign. Take your other leg long, knee down twist. Your left arm could take some circles for mobility in the shoulder joint, and then find a place. Your exhales are helpful to release tension in the body, in the areas we're stretching, but also in the other areas, maybe just areas you've noticed you hold tension in, the jaw, the hands, eyes. Bye, Pam. Good to see you, hon. Thank you so much. Good girl. 5, 4, 3, 2. Take another inhale. And then as you're ready, just exhale and pull your legs into your belly any way you need to. And then we'll let our feet come on the floor and curl up into a bridge. Curl up 3 times before you hold, just kind of making sure the back gets all this extra tension. And then you go up to a bridge, and you might like to interlace your fingers underneath your back and walk the shoulders more under. Maybe you'll take your arms in a field goal post overhead. I just want you to find a place that lets you rest in this gentle extension. If there's any tension in your back, usually the correction is pull the pubic bone towards the navel or tuck the ribs down. Don't go as high. Now just breathe into your front body. Keep holding. 5, 4, 3, 2. Release your arms beside you and slowly curl your spine down. Once your pelvis is down, you can take your legs up on the wall or couch, whatever you've got, and do legs up on the wall. And let that vascular system get in a different placement to how it normally is with gravity. Let your hands gently rest on your belly, and with your eyes closed, inhale through your nose and send the breath low. Diaphragmatic breathing helps to create a healing parasympathetic response, offsetting the tendency of the body to go to sympathetic during the day. It's also not just a recalibration, but it's a way to set an intention for the next couple hours or part of your day. A segment intending. So just in training with the homeostasis that your body wants anyway. Notice the calmness of the breath. Notice the gentleness of the diaphragmatic breathing. Let the breath expand even more. Whenever you're ready, begin to awaken your fingers and your toes and slowly start to make your way up. Just take your time. Coming up to a position of Sukhasana, seated any way that you feel comfortable. You can lift up gently through the spine. And then we'll let the hands come one over the heart and then the other over the hands, so hands are on the heart, and just take a moment to touch base with your internal landscape. Notice a sense of peace and calm when you've released the tensions of the physical body. You're setting a tone of only as much muscle tone as you need. The nervous system is cared for. And we'll do a segment intending, meaning what do we want the next couple hours of our day to look like, or feel like, I should say. So it could be that you have a balanced, calm energy, that nothing rattles you, you're imperturbable, and you are creating that with your intention. Even if you have a high productive day coming up, the chores are done with a sense of calmness and not a sense of unnecessary stress. So just set that intention that you're calmly going through your day. Or if you feel like something gets your attention for a moment that doesn't deserve so much, that you can come back to a place of calm easier, since you've made contact with that. And what happens with the regular meditation practice is you get more sensitive to when things make you out of calibration, when you allow things to make you out of calibration, and you come back to a sense of ease earlier and earlier. So whenever you're ready, let your eyes open and come back into the room. I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing great. So good to see you, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.